Just because there was a lot of movement stuff. So the first question I see, for no particular order, is what was the point of increasing the strafe speed, then deciding to increase the speed of everything else? I guess the implication is, does one not negate the other?
Not exactly. No.
I think that's the perception a little bit.
Because before you couldn't.
I didn't want to have to make this video. What's up, guys? Ashes here, bringing you another video, and today this is a conversation that we need to have. I don't have a script. It is 10:30 p.m. on Thursday, January 9th. We had the developer stream. As you can see, I have the rebroadcast up, and did I hit record? Okay. Man, I don't know. I don't know where to start. I want to start, I think, by like a preface to this. That when I put my voice out there and when I say things to you guys and to the community, I'm doing so from a place of love and passion, and I have respect. There is a ton of respect for the people at the coalition. It's not easy to make a game. It's not easy to deal with our community in particular. And I get that aspect. It's tough. But, and this is a big but. I get it. I just don't get it. I don't get what is going on. I've met a lot of people at the coalition. They are really nice, really genuine, hardworking, passionate about the game, passionate about Gears of War and the Gears universe, smart people. But then we have this, and I don't understand why this comes to be. So I'm going to let this kind of play quietly in the background. Right now, he's breaking down the movement. And when people talked about how increasing the strafe speed along with all of the other speeds made everything faster, his counter was saying that that's just looking at it through one light. Which I don't understand. I only can see it in one perspective. My point is, if you increase one number, but then you also increase the other numbers, and the comparison that everyone is making is how low this number is compared. So you have number A, and everyone is complaining about how low number A is to number B. So you increase number A, but then you also increase number B, and we don't know exactly what those numbers are because of a lack of transparency and communication. Then you're stuck with this perspective that he's pointing out, this certain lens that we're all looking through of how they just made the entire game faster, because to us on paper every single value according to their own patch notes got faster. So that's what he's talking about right now. I don't understand his answer. I've tried to understand his answer. Now he does go on to talk about why they're doing the movement speed and how the game is currently not in a complete state. So they have this end goal for the movement system that they want to achieve, and basically the patch that came out is just releasing the groundwork. The issue with that is we're now all playing on this incomplete game per your own words or your own message, and we're the ones dealing with it. We're the ones who are playing. And especially myself and my team, this is our jobs. We're your guinea pigs, but our career is your guinea pigs. And as thankful as we are that you guys have created something that's given us a career, that seems horrible that our career is being used as a test subject. And I know that might sound kind of harsh to some of you, but the reality is that's what's happening. And the great example of that is how we go to San Diego. We're flown out on a Wednesday afternoon per normal, or actually we were flown out on a morning. That's a whole different issue. We get there and we're not allowed to play on Thursday, which has been a thing that we've been allowed to do every single event for the past 3 years. We arrive on Wednesday, we have media day on Thursday, and whenever we're not doing media, we're allowed to play the game, and then Friday the tournament starts. This event, we're told Friday morning that we're going to be playing on a new version of the game, which is why you guys saw the skins and things like that. And I'm not the first one to say this. It's been out on Twitter. It's in the community. It's well known that we had to play on this new version of the game. And we were told that there was a slight movement speed increase, but nothing dramatic. Nothing that we would really notice. It might be very tiny noticeable. But then we get home and the patch notes for this patch that we were supposedly playing on increased all kinds of movement speeds, which would explain why I'm seeing players on all teams, not just my own team, miss time shots that they would normally hit and just seem to be caught off guard and a little bit awkward in a lot of fights where it normally wouldn't look that way. I've watched way more Gears of War than most people in the community, so trust me, when I see somebody, a player in particular, on my team or another team looking awkward, there's something wrong. I can recognize when somebody's looking awkward. So that just goes to show me that, again, our career of this game, this esport, as the athletes, so to speak, of this game, isn't regarded or put in a high regard when these decisions are being made. We were the guinea pigs, we were the test subjects, and then it was put out to you guys, and the overwhelming response has been negativity. If I go onto Twitter and I type in Gears of War in the search, all of it, a majority of it, an overwhelming majority of it is negativity. Tactics is better than the main Gears 5. This is how I feel about Gears of War at the moment, and a clip of Tyler 1 raging. 2020 and you're still getting your feeling. Mario memes all over the place. It's astounding to me that this is where we're at. And it's astounding to me that these decisions keep being made. I've done a lot of things for this community to try to push us forward, especially in the esports community. I've relayed a lot of feedback to the developers. I've tried to handle this in a very non-confrontational and constructive way. And I feel like it's not working anymore. You can even see, funny enough, right here in the chat, I'm asking, was the esports side considered at all when releasing this incomplete change at the time in the timing of that release, aka Friday at San Diego? I'm in the chat asking this question, and that question, at least as far as I heard, wasn't answered. So my question is, and my plead, Coalition, if you guys are watching this, my plead with you guys is to please talk to us. Please talk to us. You have a plethora of free resources that can give you feedback and voice their concerns and their opinions and their thoughts and their ideas to you guys. We've asked for ways to do this that are constructive and not Twitter, and we haven't been given those ways other than an email address that we don't really know who sees that email. And realistically, how many players in this community do you expect are going to write a well thought out email as opposed to having a forum thread where it can be a live discussion or somewhat live, an active discussion between players? That's how great ideas are formed. The brainstorming, the ability to come together and share ideas and thoughts and come up with a great idea together. And unfortunately, right now, it feels like there's this rift between the coalition and the community. And I'm going to specifically talk about the esports community, but I know, based on what I've seen on social media, that there's also a rift between coalition and their casual player-based community, their content creator community, and several others. So my question is, why can't we be honest about it? Why can't we be transparent? Why can't we have these discussions together and come up with appropriate and well-timed solutions that makes people happy? Again, you have people in this pro community who play the game 8+ hours a day. They're playing it at the absolute highest skill level that you could possibly play what you've created at. So they've taken what you've made and they've found a way to perfect it and optimize it in its current state. That's what being a pro is. But for some reason, the opinions and thoughts of those people seem to be falling on deaf ears when given to the coalition, to the community. And you guys were given an award recently. You guys were given an award for being one of the top 10 best developers in the world of 2019. But we're not seeing that part of it. We love you guys. We thank you guys for what you've created, for the hard work that you've put in, and for the ability to give us a career. But it's not cutting it. I'm sorry to say it, it's currently not cutting it. So what can we do moving forward? Because I don't want this to just be a video where I bitch. And like I said, I haven't really thought out a script or a game plan for this video. I'm just upset. I'm honestly, I'm just in a place where I'm upset. I started the year ready to make content about the game and ignore the downsides and the drama and the bullshit that we have to deal with as a community. And it's hard because this stream was an insulting slap in the face to those of us who care most. We were timed out in chat. We were silenced. We were pushed away instead of being talked to like adults. We were given PR answers rather than real answers. At least it felt that way. And it felt like our voices weren't heard. So that's why you're going to see the outrage that you're seeing on Twitter. It's why you're seeing the memes, and a lot of them are funny. A lot of them are funny, and some of them are mean. And it just sucks seeing it this way, because this is an esport that I care about. This is an esport that I chose over others. This is a game that I've grown up playing and love, and now as an adult, I want to love. And it sucks seeing it in this state. It sucks seeing the hate come in from other communities, from neutral parties, and then from the community itself. This is not how you bring us together. This is not how you make a successful esport. And by all means, if I'm wrong, correct me. I'm sure that the sales have been great. I'm sure that you guys have had a lot of positive feedback. Hell, I've given positive feedback. But right now, the things and the decisions that are happening and taking place are not acceptable. So again, I'm going to restate myself. What can we do to move forward? What is my idea or opinion that we could do to move forward in a constructive way and get Gears to where we all believe it could be? Because the building blocks are there. Despite what a lot of people say and think, my opinion is that Gears 5 has all of the tools and potential to be the best Gears of War game ever. The building blocks are there, and the fine-tuning isn't, and the fine-tuning keeps getting further away from where it needs to be. We need to communicate. And this is something that we've talked about before. It's something that I've made very apparent to a lot of you, but we need to do a better job communicating. So if we need to make a special Discord server for pros and for coalition, let's do it. I'll do it. If we need to make a forum site, let's do it. You guys have web developers. I'm sure I can Google a YouTube video on how to make a forum site, and I'll do it. But we need to have that communication there so we can give you guys feedback. We shouldn't be getting blindsided the days of competition, or even the days before competition, but especially not the days of competition, with a new game without being shared full details, and then having to just adapt to something that's not complete by your own admission. So let's figure this out. Because I would rather see you guys take your time and actually achieve the balance that you're trying to do with the movement, and then show us that. Let us test that. Let us play that. Put it on a single playlist. Let us experience that, and then we can give you the feedback on the complete project, rather than isolating what your decisions are from the entire community and then pushing out something upon us that has negative effects throughout almost every community in Gears. I think if we better utilize our pro community, a lot of these issues will go away. Now, all games are going to have their issues, and there's always going to be players who complain. There's always going to be people who complain. There's always going to be people who aren't satisfied. But it should never be the majority. For transparency's sake, I just said a lot of things and went on a small rant that I'm going to edit out of the video because I don't want to get too repetitive. I don't mean this to be an attack at the coalition or at any of the developers or any of the people sitting right here on the screen. I mean this as I don't know what the right word is. I don't know if it's a cry for help. I don't know if it's me pleading with them or begging. I don't know if it's me demanding. I don't know. The tone I want in this is I get it. It's tough. But we've seen since October or whenever the game came out that decisions are being made negatively and they can be avoided. Every single one I've seen could have been avoided with communication. And I think that's the part that breaks my heart the most. So please find a way to talk to us. Hire somebody. I'll do it. I'll do it. Put me under NDA and I'll do it. But something needs to change because this is not what we need. This is not what we want. And I know that you guys want to do better. I know that we want better. Let's find that better together. And don't even get me started on the rank system and the matchmaking, all that crap. Look, I'm just here. I don't know. I don't even know if I don't know if this video is even going to be watched. If I do make this a video, thank you for watching. I might disable the comments. I don't want this to be a roasting session of the coalition. I don't think attacking them is the way to get things done. I just want our voices to be heard, and I want there to be a good line of communication so that we can push this game to where its potential is. That's all I want. Thank you for watching, and regular happy videos will resume tomorrow. Hopefully.